What's going on, everybody? This is MDENT313, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Listen, I know I'm late to the party on this Shannon Sharpe tape, if you will. Man, it's crazy how karma come back to get you. And he just recently held Chad Ochocinco, or Chad Johnson, however, I remember him as Chad Johnson from the Cincinnati Bengals. But anyway, his co-host on Nightcap, he just held him accountable for being late to a show. And I believe he was late to a show due to his driver locked the keys in the car. But anyway, he things happen, life happened. Sometimes you'll be on your way to work and you get a flat tire, your engine overheat, you lock your keys in the car, you get halfway to work. In my case, where I work at, I got a swipe in. You get halfway to work, man, and you forget your swipe in badge. Just whatever, things happen, life happen, right? But he just pretty much, I wouldn't say scolded him. We held him accountable, scolded him, however, right? And one of the reasons he ended up leaving Skip Bayless' show was because Skip Bayless would scold him. But now I will admit the things that Skip would say to Shannon was just borderline disrespectful and rude. He would accuse him of being jealous. But the point is, he was scolded, right? Sorry. So Shannon Sharpe went on this tirade about being professional and how important it is to be professional. When you're conducting business, and if you're going to these studios, they want to know, they want to give you a time slot, and can you make the slot every day or mostly every day, because they counting on you, right? So that was the whole premise. Well, recently, he was doing the do, if you know what I mean, grown folks. Him and some young lady was taking care of their business. And somehow, because he didn't say, he admitted that he didn't get hacked. Somehow, when he put his phone on his pocket, it put him on IG Live. And he hardly ever go live on Instagram. Excuse me, I'm kind of sleepy. Had a long morning, had a long day. But anyway, he goes live on IG, and him and some young lady getting it in. Now, you can't see anything, but you can hear the audio. Wow. You talking about professional. Now, listen, I'm not going to judge, because we all made goofy mistakes like that. How many of us have been walking around, phones in our pocket? We didn't butt dial people. We didn't text people and sent out a whole bunch of letters, but it wasn't no words, and you texting people, or you meant to text somebody, but you end up texting somebody else, and you just like, oh man, I can't believe I did that. So these things happen, man, especially with these electronic devices. Hopefully it's not a big deal, because nowadays we live in such a PC society where everything is a big deal. Even though he has two of his own personal shows, he also, works at ESPN with Molly Kerm and Stephen A. Smith. And because we live in such a PC society, you are not allowed to be human. You're not allowed to have your own thoughts. You're not allowed to make mistakes. You're not allowed for accidents to happen. Because the first thing that happens, people want to cancel you. This, to me, is not something you should be canceled over. This is two consenting adults doing what, a grown man and grown woman, tends to do from time to time. He didn't mean for it to happen. Nobody would do something like that. Like, if it was on purpose, you just gonna show the video. You get what I'm saying? You're not gonna, your phone going on in the background and you doing your thing and and not know, that. So you can clearly tell that was an accident. And so hopefully he don't lose his job at ESPN and get canceled and get fired in this goofy society we live in, right? Cat Williams cracked a joke about, well, at least we know you ain't playing for the other team, if you know what I mean, because he's been accused of that ever since, he's been wearing those purses, and he's been out with his stylist who plays for the other team, and those two were seen out together. So, he had those kind of accusations going against him. Hopefully this situation can put that to bed. I never thought he was playing for the other team. Um, Shannon just seemed like a good dude. I enjoy listening to his interviews, man. I think when it comes to interviewing people, he's already one of the best people to do it. Like, you could tell when you talk to Shannon, it's like talking to a family member. It's like talking to an uncle, a brother, a cousin, your father. Especially as a man, you could just go ahead and let loose. You know what I'm saying? And it felt like a brotherhood and a camaraderie, regardless to whoever is on the show. I like when Ryan Clark do his show. Same thing. I think Shannon's a better interviewer than Ryan Clark, even though Ryan Clark is a good interview. But you could tell it just felt like a brotherhood, and it felt like you're talking to a family member. So guests are more inclined to reveal things that they would normally reveal to the average person doing the interview. Um, I ain't mad at you, Shannon. Do your thing. Hopefully ESPN overlook it because it wasn't a big deal. We seen far more egregious things than that. What you was doing was nothing out the ordinary. I'm sure you know that. You're older than me. But, man, shout out to Shannon Sharpe for doing his thing as a man. He was deep in that thing. You heard me? Shout out to Shannon. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Peace.